For me, I was like, oh my gosh, I don't know because I don't know anything about tech.
For my bachelor, I studied completely different. I was studying Japanese.
Yes.
I changed to international business.
I have like over 100 messages from recruiters on LinkedIn.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
I know.
Hello， 大家好，我是马瑶瑶，欢迎来到我的频道。这一期视频我想出一个全新的系列，目前就叫它闪闪发光的来宾系列吧。因为在这新的系列中，我会邀请一些我觉得在生活中或者是在职场上闪闪发光的朋友们，然后邀请他们来分享一下他们的一些观点。希望大家在我的频道不仅能够看到我对这个世界的一些观点，还能够听到更多元化的别人的世界观。第一个闪闪发光的小姐姐，我选择了是我在法国读高商时候的好朋友以及我的同学 Angel 小姐姐。我们在同一年高商毕业之后，选择了截然不同的方向。我选择的是在化妆品专业做这个进出口贸易，他选择的是软件工程师方面。目前就职于法国的在线音乐平台 Bisous， 相当于是国内的 QQ 音乐、网易云这样子。他这周刚好在我们家度假，所以我就把他邀请过来给我们做一个小小的分享。Angel 他的本科、研究生以及他目前就职的工作都是完全不同的领域。他在毕业之后选择自学工程师的课程，所以目前选择了一个完全和之前不同的方向。所以我觉得他的成长故事可能对这些在纠结要不要转专业或者是要不要换工作的这些同学会有一些借鉴的经验。接下来就是我和 Angel 小姐姐的问答环节啦。Hello，
你好 ，Hello.
First of all, can you just say hello to everyone and introduce yourself?
Okay, 你好 and hello. My name is Angel. I study here in France at ESX School of Management, and I studied Masters in International Business.
Okay, great. And now you are working in which company and which position?
So now, currently, I work at a company called Deezer. It's an online streaming company, and it's a French music streaming company, and its competitors is Spotify. So my position is software engineer, also known as software engineer tester, also known as QA engineer. So
yeah, so it's like an engineering position.
Yeah, so it's
which is
software.
Quite different from what we studied,
exactly. Yeah,
master and maybe your bachelor.
Yeah, for sure. My bachelor's was bachelor's in international relations.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you already choose a different
path.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did.
Okay, so the second question, when you graduated from the university in your country, why did you decide to come to France to study in a business school?
Okay, so first of all, I came to France because I wanted to learn about new cultures, and I also wanted to learn to speak French. And then I found ESX School of Management through a friend that was already here at ESX School of Management in Lille. And I found that the school was very international and they spoke English, which was really important for me. And so yeah, I decided to take that experience and hop on the adventure.
Okay, cool. So we are like kind of same. I also like here, but for my bachelor I studied completely different. I was studying Japanese.
Oh really?
Yes. I changed to international business.
Yes. I didn't know this.
Oh really?
No, I didn't know.
Yeah,
this.
because was like kind of mistake on my life, but anyway. But
it's all good.
Yeah, so that means you can actually, if you want, you can always change. Even in the past, you spent I don't know 2-3 years already did something else, but you can still have the chance to change.
Because even when I was applying for Masters in International Business at ESX School of Management, one of the requirements, they're like, even if you study whatever course, you can still come to the school.
Yeah, that's also why one of the reasons I choose this program. Yes. Cool. When you graduated from ESEC, did you decided immediately like I'm going to be an engineer, like software engineer, or experience some difficulties, or like how did you decide to choose this path?
So for me, I was really confused in terms of what I wanted to do after my master's, especially because I didn't have an experience coming back from my home country, I was more into HR or marketing, and then coming over here, it was hard to get like a HR or marketing position because you had to learn French, you had to speak French, and I didn't really understand French, especially if you want to go into HR, you have to communicate with people, and so you have to know French. And so I was in that dilemma. I was so confused, and I decided to do my research, and I did a lot of research, and then I knew and understood the French market. I saw that being in tech was in high demand, and so I was like, okay, how am I going to get into tech? And I was never interested in tech because I was so scared about being in tech. And so I started to take like online courses in like programming languages. I started with HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, and then it really helped me a lot because then I did my first internship in tech, which was software engineer tester.
Okay, yeah, I can say one way. Actually, for me, it was kind of the same when I graduated from the business school. I also was very confused, don't know what to do because firstly, we're in a foreign country, and there are many positions they ask you to speak fluently in French, and for us, apparently, it's not the case. So it's really a confusing time. We don't have a lot of choice, but we need this internship to finish our master.
And there's a limited time for the internship. You have to get the internship within so and so time frame. So which put a lot of pressure, like in years. So
yeah, I still remember by the time like how we were looking for the internship and trying to encourage each other to find the job position. Yeah, but we all went through all of this, and right now we are here.
Yeah.
So, and the next question is more about after you find the internship, you finally choose, okay, I'm going to be a software engineer, so I'm going to go this way. So can you tell us like your career, how like your experience, your career since the internship?
So I did my internship as first it was called junior product owner, which is also like a product owner, but then that was the position. But when I got into the company, I was doing more of a software QA tester, and I worked at a company called PeopleDoc. It was for 6 months, and funny enough, like how I got into that company was an ESEC friend of ours in the Paris campus. So we had 2 campuses in Lille and Paris, and we're in the Lille campus. And so he was like, oh, there's a job position for an internship role that is available, and if I'll be interested. For me, I was like, oh my gosh, I don't know, because I don't know anything about tech. But then I was like, okay, but
especially tech give you the feeling like it's very
super hard. Exactly.
It's another world.
Yeah, for me it was like, oh my gosh, what is this? I don't understand anything about it. But then it was also an opportunity for me because I wanted to go into tech, and what is the best way than someone that was already in the company referring me for the internship position? And you know, it's an internship position, so yeah, of course people will know that like you have to learn and stuff like that. And so I tried it, and thankfully I had already started learning some programming languages. And so I went for the interview. It was like 3 stages of interview. The first phone call from the HR, technical test that they sent to you, which is where you prove if you're like into tech, because then they see your logic and how you think and reason. And so after the test, they call you back, and then you discuss about the technical test that you did. And so after that, like, and the one thing about France is like when you have 6-month experience, even if it's an internship, then like you just have doors open to you, because it's easy for you to get a job. Because a lot of and especially in tech as well, a lot of HR, like on my LinkedIn, there are lots of HR messages that I get from recruiters that I'm yet to open. Because once you get it, and I discovered, like I said, once I had that 6-month experience as an intern, then a lot of people were, you know, sending me messages. And so I did a second internship at a company called Criteo. You can put it down.
Yes.
Criteo is a
link is here.
It's a really popular company, and so it's one of its competitors, Google. And so I did a second internship there, which was really good. And by this time I already have like 1 year experience after this internship. And since then I didn't even need to, like, my other jobs, I didn't apply for them. Like, recruiters sent me messages on LinkedIn, and I was like, okay, I'll just, you know, go through the interview, and that was it. And after So my current job at Deezer, the recruiter had sent a message, and I just went through all 4 stages of the interview, and it went well. And for tech, you're also paid higher than the average
yeah, that's true.
roles as well, which is really good.
Yeah, so actually for your career was at the beginning when you have like 0 experience in this industry was complicated to find the first one, but once you entered and then
super good.
Yes, and then it goes better, and especially I think in France now they have a lot of demand for this kind of position.
There's a lot of demand, and it's good when you start with an internship role, because that way you learn and then you evolve, and a lot of companies will want to hire you for a junior position or an entry-level job, which is good because the average entry-level job salary for software engineer, it depends on the field. Software engineer tester is like 38k euros per year, or 39k euros per year, or 40k euros per year, depending on the
entry level.
For
really a nice salary. Okay, very cool. The next question is, what do you think the important factors in the professional life? You think what can make people succeed in the career? So, of course, according to you.
According to me, it's more about like determination and passion, and seeing that you have that passion and drive. Because for me, I didn't have an experience in tech in my role, and so starting with an internship role was really good for me, because then I got to learn, I got to evolve, and they also saw my passion because I was already improving my skills. So it's also important to try to improve your skills, to get like certifications, or just improve your skills in whatever field you want to go to, because that way you're bringing something to the table if you go for like for interviews. Because for me as well, when I went for interviews and I was able to sell myself, and then they sent like technical tests to do, I was able to prove myself, my worth, through the technical test. So it's important to know your passion, go for it, improve your skills, do certifications, whatever it is, just learn something, and then the passion drives you, and with that you will succeed for sure.
Yeah, that's cool, because
and
for
me
as well. Yeah, like tech is really another world, because I have seen you working and with all of this code stuff. For me it's like, how come like before 4 years ago we were in the school and we were studying the same thing, and right now we're doing like something completely different. I'm more in the business part, and you are like really in the technical part. And so everything's possible as long as you are determined.
Exactly.
You really want to make an effort.
And even if you're switching roles, again, the important thing is to know what you want, and know that you have the passion and the drive. Because I'll use myself as an example. Not having the technical experience in terms of like education, for recruiters, they were more curious, and even the company, because then they feel like, oh, she's a fast learner, she wants to go into tech, and she doesn't even have this experience, then we can give her a shot. And yeah, you can. Nothing is impossible, you just have to believe.
Yeah, that's very cool. So I found this story is really inspiring, because you started like without background and not speaking the language, but you are still able to find something in France, find a nice position, and even a difficult one. So yes, as you said, nothing is impossible
at all. And like till today, I'm still getting a lot of messages from recruiters on my LinkedIn. I kid you not, I have like over 100 messages from recruiters on LinkedIn.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
I know. So
everybody go to work in the tech. That's the right direction.
Yeah. And for me, it was also more about like get out of my comfort zone and just push myself, because I'm in this country where I didn't know the language, I didn't know anybody, and I need to pay rent, so I need to take care of myself. So money was also part of the motivation. So with that, I had to like push myself to go beyond what I would usually do. And so I was really scared of going into tech, but then once you get into it, it's not as scary as it is, because you also learn as you go as well.
Yes, very cool. I actually prepared the last question. I think we already kind of said it before, because I know right now it should be a lot of students, I don't know, Chinese students or other students who is looking for internship or looking for a job, especially now in this COVID situation, make it more complicated. So I just want to share some thoughts from us, to share something you want to say to them, right now they are for encouraging the people who is in the difficult situation.
Okay. So first of all, get out of your comfort zone. Don't be afraid to get out of your comfort zone. Second of all, you need to network. You can go on LinkedIn and you can connect with students that have graduated before you, and you see that they are working in companies that you'd like to work in. You need to network with them. It was the same way that I had gotten my first internship role. And so don't be afraid to network. Don't be scared. It can be scary, but don't be scared. Be confident, right? Because if you're confident, then recruiters can see that, and just sell yourself. Make sure that you learn and improve on your skills. Besides learning the new skills, just make sure you're improving on your skills, because that way, especially in tech, it's something that is evolving, so you need to keep yourself updated. And so with that, the sky is just your starting point and not your limit, and you can do anything. And yeah.
Yes, I'm pretty sure like after graduation and immediately go to look for a job, it's not an easy thing, especially like me, or we didn't have really the experience. So when you are looking for something else, of course it's complicated, but we all went through this kind of process. That's why like we can grow up, we can learn more skills, and all of this pressure also push us like to learn more and to grow up. So I think like it's normal, like everybody graduated, they will experience this kind of the shock.
For sure, yeah.
When you just enter your career and you have a lot of difficulties, but everybody goes through this process. It's not only you. So as long, like you said, you are trying to network with the people and try to reach out people and trying to improve your skills, get out of your comfort zone. Like I'm pretty sure you will find something you like.
For sure, yeah. For sure. And then you can also get a mentor in a field that you want, like via the people you network with, or via your lecturer or something. You can find a mentor that can mentor you in the field that you want to go into, which is really cool.
Yes, because the network, this part I feel in France is very important. So don't be afraid to reach out to people. Be confident and trying to keep learning
and stay positive.
Yes, stay positive even we are in the COVID.
Just stay positive. That's what matters.
Yeah. Okay, so thank you very much for sharing all the thoughts, all the stories. I hope this story can help the people who maybe
I hope
in
so
the same situation, or who is thinking about changing the career, who is thinking about changing, I don't know, your study and stuff like this. I hope this will be helpful, and I hope we can encourage you guys to do what you really want.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye.
Ciao. Bisous.